Oh no. No, 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 no. Have you ever felt down? Have you ever felt like the world was going against you? Have you ever felt like things were just not working out how you wanted them to work out? I get it, guys. It happens to all of us. We all can't have a perfect day. But what I always like to say is we need to rise up above it. I like to make sure that I am doing things the greatest possible. We need to rise above it, and we need to come together to be stronger, to be smarter, and to be faster. Because without that, we cannot conquer this thing we call life. What is going on, guys? It's your boy Jeff Jenkins from Modern Muscle 213, and today we are talking about the Dodge Challenger and the fool that decided to mess with it. Somebody's getting exposed. You know who you are, you sick man. Life isn't fair, you guys. It's the way it goes. Some people will test you. Some people will try to keep you down. Now, it's unfortunate, guys. It really is. As you guys know, I did go on a trip to Boston a couple of weeks ago. On this trip, I ended up leaving the car, and when I came back from Boston, something happened to the car. It was pretty unfortunate. The car is damaged. It was not done unintentionally. It was definitely tampered with. I cannot believe that this happened. It is unbelievable. It's unforgivable. Somebody's car is something that is very, very important. I would say even sacred. And to touch another man's car, you never touch another man's car. Just out of spite. It is just insane to me. I'm losing it, man. Sometimes I really feel like I'm losing it. I really just don't understand why somebody decides to do that. What are you thinking, man? After what happened with this situation, I kind of just feel bad for humanity. It's terrible. Ah! Disappointed! Sometimes people, they just like to have a little bit of fun, but just don't do it at the expense of somebody's property, and especially somebody's car, okay? It's fucked up, shouldn't be done, cold-blooded, evil. It's not cool, it's not okay, and you know what? You should be killed for it. Well, you know what? Maybe that's a little bit harsh. Before we get into what happened with the car, we first need to talk about what happened in Boston. On the way to Boston, it was crazy traffic. There was a lot of traffic on the way, and I wasn't sure that I was gonna make the flight. So after I ended up getting to the airport, I actually did make it on time, but my tickets were gone. So what I had to do was I had to make sure that I had all my tickets, and that was kind of like, I would say, a 30-minute delay. As soon as we got on the plane had some sort of issue. We couldn't leave the tarmac. We were stuck on the tarmac for about an hour. Couldn't do anything, had to go back to the gate. After about 2 hours passed, we do end up leaving, thank God. Finally! It took me literally about 10 hours to get home. As soon as I get off the plane, the airport is packed as hell. When you get back on a Thursday night, that is definitely the busiest time to get to the airport. It is always packed, everybody's always there, and it is literally a shit show, especially in LAX. So I landed, I wait about an hour to get my bags and to finally get into the Uber, and I make it home. As soon as I make it home, I get through the door, and then this happens. Long story short, it took me a lot longer than I thought it would. I went to go pick up my car, put my bags in the car, got the hell out of there, went home, went to work the next day. Live about, less than a mile away from work, so I usually walk. I don't drive during the week. I don't usually drive the car unless it's like a Thursday or a Friday or a Saturday or Sunday. This weekend, I did check out the car. When you wash your car, when you really wash it yourself and you kind of detail it, you really get to see every single little scratch on the car. You could tell you have a little scratch there. You could always tell little scratches or little things that are pretty commonplace with any sort of car usage. You're gonna have this kind of stuff, right? So one of the first things I noticed was my passenger side mirror was broken. The mirror seemed like it was bent out of shape, and it seemed like somebody shot a BB gun or some threw a rock at it, hit the passenger side mirror. Now, I didn't notice this at first when I was driving home with the car because blind spot indicator still works, so I really didn't notice this at first. And the mirror still reflects, it's just a little crack in it, right? So it's not like the mirror is smashed, it's not like shattered totally. But when you get in there and you're actually paying attention to it, I noticed the mirror was damaged, and I also noticed that it was kind of bent out of shape, like somebody leaned on it or something. Disappointed! Then I was washing the back of the car, and I even noticed something else. One of my lights seemed like it had a crack in it, like a rock hit it or something like that. Disappointed! what the hell? Like, what a coincidence. Why does it seem like, you know, somebody's throwing rocks, or maybe I ran over a rock puddle or something? I don't know. Didn't make any sense to me. As I opened the hood, I noticed that there were 2 cracks under there too. Now, these are not that noticeable, but there are 2 cracks as well. And as I was detailing the bottom part of the car, my bumper, it seemed like there was some sort of dents in it, like very small dents. And all the dents were the same size. Disappointed! It seems like somebody shot at my car or something with a BB gun. Now, here's the thing. I don't know how this could have happened. Usually I park indoors, and if I don't, it's not like an area where people will be driving around with BB guns. There is no opportunity for somebody to, you know, do a drive-by up to the car and shoot at it. And I just don't know when this happened. So I'm guessing it happened, you know, when I was gone. I don't know, it just doesn't seem right. I just really can't think of a time or a place where that could have happened, right? I didn't go to like any parties or anything, right? I didn't go to like any, I don't know, something where, you know, stuff could happen like that, right? You don't go to any parties, you don't park, you know, downtown at, you know, from 10 o'clock to 2 a.m. where somebody can just go and fuck around with your car. I usually don't do that kind of stuff. Or if I do park somewhere, it's usually always secured. It's always somewhere where people are watching it, and it's not gonna be like, you know, somebody can come up, or if they can, they're taking a big risk. So I'm not sure how this happened. I have no idea who did it. I mean, obviously some idiot, some fool that thought it was a good idea to do it. I mean, probably some kids actually, but I'm just very surprised about this, and I'm just trying to think of a place or a time or, you know, anywhere that this could have happened. I just don't know. Usually when you think about this kind of stuff, you can always kind of pinpoint it, right? This time I really can't pinpoint it. I really just don't know how this could have happened. I don't know where it could have happened, but it did happen, and it happened over the time when I went to Boston. So it's pretty unfortunate. Another thing about myself that you guys need to know is, you know, I have never been in an accident in this car. I have been hit in this car, but it's always been either somebody hitting my car somehow, or it's never been my fault. One time, one guy parked right into me as I was sitting in the car at the gas station. Another time, somebody dinged my door, and I parked it and somebody dinged it, and, you know, didn't leave a note, didn't leave anything. I had to get that fixed. But besides those 2 instances, I have never been in an accident in this car. I've never crashed it. I'm usually a good driver. I don't have never been in an accident before. I really do take care of this car. I try to baby it as much as I can. I try to park far away as much as I can, but it seems like you can't even escape that. But to tell you guys the truth, it has been about 2 years now since I had this car, and this is the first time that it's actually been vandalized or has been tampered with intentionally for, you know, entertainment purposes, or, you know, just someone being a dick. Usually it's accidental. Usually the people aren't doing it out of spite. They're not doing it just for fun. But this time it seemed like somebody did it for fun. It seemed like somebody did it for giggles, shits and giggles, wanted to have a little fun with my car, and they fucked around with it, and it's gonna cost me some money to fix. So right now it seems like the tail lights do not really need to be fixed. It seems like there's like a little bit of like a hair fracture in there, but it's not something that's really noticeable. Unfortunately, it looks like the passenger side rear view mirror is gonna have to be fixed. I looked around online, and it seemed like, you know, you could get a full brand new passenger side mirror for about $300, but I didn't see one online that has the blind spot indicator. And I'm expecting, if I'm just doing this off the top of my head, how much it's gonna cost, I would say somewhere around like $700 or $500 at the least. I'm just taking a wild guess on how much this crap is gonna cost me. But it's unfortunate, guys. It's pretty small at the end of the day. It's really not that much. It's really not that big of a deal. But I really just kind of want to share that with you guys, you know? I mean, it sucks that, you know, people have to do this, and it sucks that I am literally, you know, I have to deal with this kind of stuff. But, you know, it's life. I mean, and I do feel like, why am I ranting about this entire time? I'm doing it because it sucks, dude. Take care of the car. I try to work on it. You know, I try to make sure that I'm definitely not a careless driver. I always drive defensively. I always try to be, you know, careful, except when I'm in Mexico. But besides that, I am very, very, very careful. You know, cognizant. I'm very aware of what's going on. But so that's basically what's gonna happen with the car. Not a big deal, but there you go. $500, $700 that I could be using on this channel. You know, buying new equipment or something. I was thinking about maybe getting a new camera, but now I gotta pay with the car, so fuck my life. That is pretty much all I have for you guys today. If you like this video, give it a big fat thumbs up. Also, if any of you guys are on Instagram, follow me at Modern Muscle 213. That's Modern Muscle 213 for a lot of inside information and things like that. Also, if you like what you see on the channel, subscribe. Thanks again, guys. I hope to see you soon. Until next time.